welcome back to the Drunken Gamer channel. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I appreciate you coming into the stream. If you're watching me offline on YouTube, then please go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. And if you want to, obviously come on over to Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Drunken Gamer. And feel free to join us at any time. Sorry guys, I don't know why, but the camera is very dark tonight. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Let me see if I can reposition this so to make it a bit better. Just give me a second. I don't think that's any better. But anyway, all right. So thank you very much for those people who have been already joined the stream on Twitch. If you're watching us, please go ahead and hit the smash that follow button. Every follow counts, and I really appreciate all the support that you guys are offering. We've already got a lot of support from our Twitch community, and I really appreciate all the support that I'm getting. So thank you very much to those people who've smashed that follow button already. And let's get this party started. Okay, so, well, okay, I come back to my character and he's dead. Let's go back into the game. All right, now, let's just release. I'm going to be playing my my Beastmaster Hunter tonight, and having a bit of fun with him. I think that's the way I'm going to go. I'm going to use Zygor's Guide again, as I did previously. And yeah, we're going to have a bit of fun, see what happens. Alright, now, what do we need to do here? Just need to go back to my corpse. Alright, let's see if we can get some tunes happening. Give me a second. Tunes are brought to you by Harris Heller. Harris Heller is a fellow streamer. He's gone to the effort to try and make some non-copyright music, or get some non-copyright music made for streamers. So we really appreciate all the effort that he's gone to make that happen. So thank you very much, Harris. We really do appreciate your support with the streaming community at all times. Absolutely. I'm going to also be using a add-on. The add-on itself is called GSE. It basically is a one-button macro add-on. It's mostly meant just so that it makes things easier. It means I can talk to you guys while smashing away at the keyboard, and I don't have to worry about too much about rotation. It'll pretty much do the whole rotation for me. And the fact that it just means as a hunter, it's pretty much a face roll situation anyway. And as long as you're like me, not watching the screen, then you're pretty much guaranteed to get out of a 6-person fight without any problem. I was watching the creator of it earlier on tonight. He was on Twitch, and he was just going through a few things, and he was in arenas, so yeah, it was quite easy it was good to have a chat to him and just see what's going on with regards to the add-on. So overall, I'm very happy with it, especially for the hunter. He's very easy to manage, and with the spider, I've actually shown this character before to you guys, and I decided I'm just going to power level him and then use him for end game stuff. Alright. Next. So what's been going out there, out there today, guys? Have you been having fun with have you been having fun in the game, or what's been going on? See here, I'm taking on several different mobs, and it's just plowing straight through it. Basically, with in between 2 buttons, I can take care of multiple mobs at once without a.
A target.
Was watching a bit of Star Trek earlier on today, guys. Watching a little bit of Next Generation, and I love that show. I think I really love Captain Picard and Data, all the crew in that show. I don't know if I'd say it's my favourite, but I'd definitely say that it's definitely probably the one I grew up with the most when I was growing up. Don't know about you guys, but I was definitely I grew up with it, and that's the one I remember when I remember watching it with family. Let me just move my chat window over here, just so that I can see what's going on. If you guys say hello to me. So guys, for all those that are lurking there, thank you very much for coming into the channel. If you can do me a favour and smash that follow button, I'd really appreciate it. Every follow does count, and it really does mean a lot to me to get your support. If you're sitting there in channel and you wanna say hello, by all means. So this is all about entertaining you guys, and part of that entertainment is chatting and getting to know each other and building a community. So yeah, let me know what I can do, if there's anything different I can do to make that happen, or if there's something you would like to see me do on stream. If, say for instance, you prefer to see more PvP content, or you'd prefer to see more arena content, or you'd prefer to see a particular class story, or
I need to target something first.
let me know. Don't know how long I'm going to be on tonight, guys, and just sort of... Hey, mate, how are you? How was your stream? Have you been streaming? I know obviously I was there when you ended your stream earlier, but how is have you been streaming since then, or? Yeah, I know you said it was probably 1 o'clock when I spoke to you about your stream earlier today, so. Okay, alright, okay, cool. I think you said you didn't have to work for the next couple of days, is that right, or? In Australia, it's 7:28 p.m. So when I was watching your stream earlier today, it was probably about 10 o'clock.
I do not have a target.
Yep, you're gonna take some time off, yep.
I need to target something first.
So yeah, at the moment I have been playing a Windwalker Monk, but I don't know. I was showing this this hunter in an earlier stream, probably a couple of weeks back. I decided I'm just gonna level him with some endgame stuff in him. So.
I must get closer. I require a target.
So I think I mentioned a couple of things here in your stream. This over here is Zygor's guide. It basically is all in one guide. I can't remember if it was your stream or somebody else's I mentioned it in. But
I do not have a target.
Just give me a second, buddy. I'm just going to go ahead and turn down the volume in game so that you can hear me. Don't know about you, but the in-game sound seems very loud tonight. I'm not sure why. But yeah, this is Zygor's guide. This is just something that I use to go ahead and level. Hey Flame, haven't seen you in a few days, mate. How you going?
I require a target. something first.
Oh, that's awesome, buddy. Yeah, I know you've been working on it for a little while now, so that's great. Yeah, you won't know yourself once you get flying. Doing your world quests and stuff like that in BFA is like so easy. You just don't know how easy it is once you get that flying.
I require a target.
Oh, you probably do actually, but well, with each expansion they have, you have to unlock flying. So with BFA content, there's a whole quest line you can do let me just show you. Yeah, so you can see, where is it? Yeah, so you can see here Broken Isles, Pathfinder 1 and 2. That's what you needed to do for Broken Isles. There's also Pathfinder for Battle for Azeroth. That was something you needed to do. I think there was also one for Cata. I don't think I ended up doing one for Cata. But yeah, basically it's a whole quest line. With BFA, you've got to do a whole heap of world quests, and you've got to be, is it Revered Flame with all the factions? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, so basically you just have to grind out world quests on a daily basis. There are a few other things you need to do, but the biggest part of the grind is getting revered with all the factions, including Tortolans and champions.
I need to target something first.
Yeah, so it makes it a bit hard, but I don't know. And once you unlock it on all your characters. So you only ever have to do it once. It's not as if it's character specific. So say for instance you unlock it on your first character, then whatever other characters you go ahead and level after that, all have that ability. You don't have to go ahead and do it again. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, like after your first character, it just means going from quest to quest or going from world quest to world quest. It's pretty easy. Like there's no need to use the whistle anymore. I still use my whistle, but not anywhere near as much. So. See, in this expansion, all you had to do to unlock your flying was to just buy it, basically. You just had to buy it from the local vendor. From the flight trainer. And it was like 5,000 gold. It's still a decent amount of coin, if I remember rightly, but once you've unlocked it, it's all unlocked for all your characters for all of time. So.
acquire a target.
So how have you been, Flame? I haven't seen you in a few days. I actually thought I might have lost you. I wasn't 100% sure. Good to see you. Have you been up to anything apart from playing WoW, or? How many of these eggs have I still got to get? 2. Yeah, okay, so let's just clean out this area here. Yeah, I've been much the same, mate. I have problems. Yeah, I won't go into my problems. But basically, I've been having a few days where I'm not feeling crash hot. In fact, yesterday's stream, I spent off the camera. I was originally going to spend it off the mic as well, and just crank the tunes. But I started getting people into the chat. I didn't want to be rude and not say hello to them, so. John's actually a fellow streamer. John I met today. He was doing a stream himself. So I've been trying to socialise with other streamers as well. Nah, you were doing well, mate. You did well. Don't put yourself down. That you did okay. But yeah, yeah, I think he's an awesome guy. So he's also Flame doesn't Flame is interested mostly where he can chat to the person and where you can chill out a little bit. So John's stream is perfect for that as well. And John's not, like he said, he's not really a streamer. He just does it for fun to meet people. But yeah, definitely, if you're interested, you can head over to John's stream, and if you want to, you can give him a follow there. But
keep it real. Time is money, friend. Hurry back.
There we go. So I'm sorry about the camera today, guys. So sort of it's very blurry. Or not blurry. It's sort of it's just based on the light that's here at the moment. I haven't got very good light in this room, so it's affecting the camera quality. So I apologise about that. You probably don't want me to get too close to the camera. Got a pretty ugly mug. What am I doing here? Alright, so use the mixture. Okay, so I've got to get 8 of those. Let me just see. Alright, so...
I do not have a target.
Don't mind this. This music, John, is actually, I was saying it before, but it's brought to by a fellow streamer. His name is Harris Heller. You might have seen him on YouTube. He helps out new and upcoming streamers, and he's been content creator for quite a while. He took it upon himself to get some copyright-free music, especially when the DMCA rulings came through. So I play it through Spotify, but sometimes it's good to...
I require a target.
If you just want to sort of have a little bit of background music or something like that, sometimes it's actually pretty good to have there. So. And if there's anybody else in chat and they're not sure, I promise we don't bite. Go ahead and say hello. We're all friendly here, and I'm here to entertain you guys. So don't hesitate. Just say hi, and that way I can get to know you and see what I can do to make the stream better. Also, guys, if you're watching me offline, feel free to go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. If you feel free to also hit that dislike button, but if you can, just go ahead and just give me a brief understanding of the reason behind it. I'm open to any sort of criticism. I'm here to entertain you guys, so if there's something that I can do better to get you to come back, then yeah, that's what I need to do. So just let me know, guys. If you're watching, if you're just sitting there lurking in the background, no problem whatsoever. Thank you very much for coming into the channel. I appreciate all the support that you guys provide. If you can go ahead and smash that follow button, every follow counts, and it really does help me to in the long run with regards to streaming. So yeah. What's this? This cloth, so I'm probably not going to get any value out of it, but let's just go ahead and because it's cloth. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Have I done that quest? Oh, that wasn't what I was trying to do. Zygors. Okay. So did you get a good sleep in there, John?
I need to target something first. I require a target.
two of these guys. Oh, really? Oh, okay. What time is it there now? Ah, right, okay. I suppose that's not too bad. You got about, depending on when you got up, I suppose. But it's about 6 hours. I'm a bit of a princess when it comes down to my sleep. I've got to have 8 hours, or yeah, I'm not a happy camper. Oh, come on. Give me my case. Okay, I'll put that down there. I think I'm going to have to go back. Yeah. Yeah, still not too bad. Probably about 5 hours sleep.
I need to target something first. I do not have
I got a friend who can't sleep anything more than about 2-3 hours a night. Just simply, just can't sleep past it. He, There we go. Alright, let's go back and just empty our bags. And so where's this set to? Thralma. That'll do. So tonight I'm drinking Woodstock and Coke. I wouldn't be much of a drunken gamer without having a few drinks.
What is it?
Okay, so get rid of all this. I might be able to use that. Already collected that. That's good. Cloth. Keep that down there. No, I'm not going to worry about that. Those are both. Okay, that's a little bit better.
Beware the living.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, happy birthday for your son. That's great. Happy birthday from the Drunken Gamer channel.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've got a stepdaughter who is 14, and she is definitely got the teenage attitude right now. Oh, love her to death, but some days she just makes me crazy. Not looking forward to when she gets to 18. I'm not sorry to say. But it's good when they have their birthdays, especially if they're at home. You get to spend good quality time with them, so that's always a benefit. So you'll occasionally see my daughter, my 4-year-old daughter, pop in. Yeah, I'm thinking about buying a padlock and a shotgun. Going all bad boy style movie sequence with Will Smith and his partner there. I think that's definitely what I'm going to do. Yeah, but my 4-year-old daughter comes in occasionally, and she just wants to have a chat and get involved. So you'll probably see her pop in and say hello. She's enough of a handful. Okay, so what am I doing? Alright, we emptied out our bags. I think that's all I had to do, wasn't it? Oh, I was just gonna see if I can add this to my collection. Yes, I can. Brilliant. Alright. Don't worry about selling it, it'll be fine. Put that down there. That's what we're doing. Yep. Rain blur. Right. Just recently, I've been having a lot of it. So.
Are your career skills in peak condition to thrive in these ever-changing times? Time to get future fit fast with a QUTX short course delivered online. Choose from over 100 courses ranging from just hours to 18 weeks and harness all the knowledge, all the resources and all the world-class educators QUT has to offer, all from home. To learn more, click the banner. QUTX, Professional and Executive Education.
What's up?
Okay, so that's done. I used to hate this big guy. He got me earlier. He just snuck up on me and boom. I think it was about 2 hits and I was dead.
These sleep tips are brought to you by Midwife Cat and Little Ones Nappies. Available at Woolies.
Did you get anything out of that raid this morning, John? I can't remember. Oh, what? Where's my spider?
I require a target. too far away.
Okay. A headache. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, it's a bit hard if you're not sure what the mechanics are and stuff like that. Even on LFR, like you, you, the mechanics aren't anywhere near as bad on LFR, but um, if you don't know what the mechanics are, then you can sometimes feel like a bit. I know I feel like a bit of a gronk when it happens, so like a silly bugger. But that's just me. All right, let's get rid of this pet. Let's get my. Oh no, we'll just leave him there. I don't care. Hey Flame, have you gone ahead and unlocked your other races as well? Like the like here I've got the Zandalari Troll. Have you unlocked all the races as well? Dark Iron Dwarves. Yep. Are you gonna play a mechanical gnome?
Do not have a target. Target something first.
Right, okay, I didn't know whether they were or not. Yeah, okay. Have you unlocked the Kiltirans yet, or? I don't know about you, but Kiltirans are just... They are ugly. About the only race that I reckon, in my personal opinion, is uglier, is the... I just can't stand Blood Elves. I don't know about anybody else. I cannot stand Blood Elves. They're just, they're just nasty. They're just the pretty boys of the WoW community. That's one thing I'll probably need to do. Next expansion, I'll probably unlock all those races, so... I've got them all on the Horde side, but I haven't got them on the Alliance side. So what I'm talking about here, John, is like this character here. He's a Zandalari troll. With the last 2, maybe 3 expansions. Well, no, ever since Panda, basically, you have to do a certain amount of things, and then you can go ahead and get the race. With Panda, I think it was just given to you, as long as you'd done a few things leading up to it. But with the other ones, you had to unlock them. So just like we were talking about unlocking flying in a particular zone, yeah, you get to unlock particular races and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're not much better. I the blue elves that you're talking about, I can't remember exactly what they're called, but yeah, they're not much better. I just don't know. How many more of these? Oh, we've got to get 2 more. I actually got the High Mountain Tauren specifically for its druid forms, actually. That's what I got it for. Nightborn. Yeah, I think you're right. Yep. I was watching Rambo Last Blood last night. When I couldn't sleep, I turned on Netflix and not Netflix. I turned on Amazon Prime and saw Last Blood. There is the newest in the Rambo series, and a completely different sort of story to the old Rambo storylines. I was half expecting him to come out and just blow everyone up, but it took it right until the end of the movie for him to do it. didn't even really kill anybody up until that point. So he just, but it was a good storyline, good story as well as a good movie. So I don't know if you guys have seen it, but if you haven't, go on and check it out. I thought it was a good movie.
I require a target.
Oh, I'm just got to get one more buzzard wing. That and Star Wars. My daughter at night time likes to come in here. My 4-year-old daughter. She likes to come in here and fall asleep to watching Star Wars. Smooth as butter. Alright, let's go and hand this in. Yeah, I was very surprised. I showed her Star Wars, and I got a very cheap things that I've got, but like say for instance, I'll just show you guys just quickly. Like down here, you can see Star Wars, Star Trek, all different types of goodies. But basically, she just started asking me questions about Star Wars, and one day, and told her, and all of a sudden she wanted to. Oh, I want to watch the episodes with Yoda in them. Oh, gotta love her.
Yo, keep it real.
Okay. Warp rifts. Yeah, I'd love to get her involved with Star Trek. Star Trek was what I grew up with both. I grew up with both Star Trek, Star Wars, and eventually Stargate. But she's not much into the Star Trek or Stargate. I'm not sure why. But that's just, yeah. But she is into Star Wars, which I'm happy about. It means we've got something we can watch together, and she loves watching all the Star Wars movies, regardless whether they are the old ones or the new ones. Which is good also. I know a lot of people are either old Star Wars people or new Star Wars, but I like both personally.
Makra.
Follow the path. Give me a second, guys. My glass has gone dry, so I'm just going to get another drink. I'll be back in a moment.
Are your career skills in peak condition to thrive in these ever-changing times? Time to get future fit fast with a QUTX short course delivered online. Choose from over 100 courses, ranging from just hours to 18 weeks, and harness all the knowledge, all the resources, and all the world-class educators QUT has to offer, all from home. To learn more, click the banner. QUTX, Professional and Executive Education.
In my opinion, for babies over 6 months, sometimes a dummy might be the cause of frequent waking because they do fall out, and when a baby wants to suck, this wakes them up. This can be changed by passive settling with a sleep consultant who is fully qualified and can help teach the parents and the baby how to get back to sleep without the dummy.
These sleep tips are brought to you by Midwife Kath and Little Ones Nappies. Available at Woolies.
Okay, thanks guys for being so patient with me. Let's go in, get a couple more things done. Yeah, I've got Star Wars glasses in the cupboard, and as well as cups and all sorts of things. I've got figurines down there. So okay, so we've got to get kill these guys. Are you old Star Wars or new Star Wars, or you're not fussed there, John, or? Yeah, I get a lot of that. See, I don't mind either personally. I have, but I treat them differently. Like it's sort of like old Star Trek and new Star Trek. And when I say old Star Trek, I mean anywhere up to
Target something first.
basically Voyager. Anything after that is new Star Trek, and I treat it differently. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like I think we were talking about this earlier. Like whether it be legacy or canon for Star Wars. I personally, I'm into both, but I think legacy for me has more of a connection for me personally. I think. Although, what are your thoughts on the new TV series like The Mandalorian and stuff like that? Have you watched much of that, or have you gotten into that at all?
I do not have a target.
Very pretty. Hmm? Sorry, my daughter came in. She got a. She likes to do dress ups. Yeah, I agree. I mean, when Star Wars was originally created, you'll know this yourself, obviously. George Lucas took the Star Wars movies to all the. You're a cheeky boo. He took it to all the different movie studios, and they all rejected it completely. And he ended up having to put the movie together himself. And in the end, Star Wars became when Star Wars became a legend. It was like everyone thought, how can this possibly be? And the fact that the visual effects that they used in that movie are, to a certain amount, they're still used in present day, and it gave it a real sense of nostalgia, I think, that I think the newer movies just take for granted, and as a result, there's not the same sort of feeling, I think, in the newer movies. But that's why I treat them differently, see? Because I can't look at them in the same respect. It's sort of like the new Star Trek storylines with the new Spock and everything. I can't really... I can't really... See, Star Trek was always built around a premises of what if, and it is still... I still see it the same way. But when they started changing the sets and so forth, as much as they did, it lost something. And so I had to look at it in a completely different context. I had to look at it as a whole brand new movie line. And yes, darling. Oh, you're fast. Yeah, I had to look at it as a whole new storyline. But I agree. I don't think that they've got the same sort of heart or soul that they did in the old school stuff. I totally agree with you. Flame, are you a Star Trek, Star Wars, Stargate sort of person? I can't remember if I asked you. GL was a groundbreaking inside indie filmmaker. Oh, okay, you didn't make it to the toilet. Okay, give me a second, chat. I need to go and help my daughter. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, you haven't seen the last two movies? Yeah. Yeah, we've got an ensuite just on this side, and my daughter's decided that that's the toilet that she likes to use, and doesn't happen very often, but she doesn't always make it to the loo, but she tells us, which is good. So, oh really? You guys still don't have Disney Plus there?
Zabu.
Oh wow, okay. I thought it had been rolled out everywhere by now, but obviously not. I know I was spewing that it didn't come out, like Disney Plus came out in the US, and then it took probably 2 weeks before it came out here in Australia. And I know I was spewing because I was itching to start watching the new Mandalorian TV series, and that's specifically what I got it for, actually. That and the fact that all the Star Wars movies were on Disney Plus, and they'd taken them off all other streaming services. So the only way you can watch them is on Disney Plus. But yeah, I thought they rolled out Disney Plus to all parts of the world. I didn't know that there weren't parts of the world that still didn't have them. So there you go.
Choose from over 100 courses, ranging from just hours to 18 weeks, and harness all the knowledge, all the resources, and all the world-class educators QUT has to offer, all from home. To learn more, click the bell.
I must get closer.
I thought my spider had run off the edge then.
I require a target.
Alright. And I don't know how big you guys are in the streaming community, but there was a bit of a dilemma with one of the Method players. Have you guys heard much about that? Yeah, I don't know exactly the story. I've got no idea. I know it's upset another streamer by the name of Preach. He's been a long time World of Warcraft streamer for many years, and whenever they'd have the world first events, he would go ahead and he'd be like on the panel, and he'd be heavily involved with it, and he's outright said that he's not going to do it. So something's obviously upset him. Supposedly it had something to do with his ex-girlfriend, and yeah, it big controversial deal from what I can make out, but I got no idea what's going on, so wasn't sure if you guys knew. 15th of September. Okay, all right. Well, we all know what we all know what Flame will be doing on that day. He'll be sitting there, and he'll be downloading it. He'll be ready to go, and he'll be able to watch all his favourite shows. My daughter loves it. My 4-year-old daughter, because she can sit there, she can watch all the Disney shows, movies. She doesn't have any problems. She sits there sometimes for 5 minutes trying to figure out which movie to watch, and she thinks it's great. So Disney was always good for kids, though. So can't complain about that.
Speak quickly.
Outland sucks. Oh, I did the funniest quest I've ever done in my life earlier on today. I'll upload the stream later for you guys, and you can watch it for yourself. But I was doing... What was I doing? I was just playing my low-level monk, and I was doing the... I was doing one of the quests in Azara, just behind Orgrimmar, and the quest involves basically going ahead, getting this disguise, and you're supposed to sabotage this meeting that the Alliance people are having with the Furbogs in that area. Anyway, she goes in and just starts insulting the hell out of these other people to the point where he goes ahead and attacks you. But it was the funniest quest I've ever done in World of Warcraft. Like, seriously, I'll have to see if I can find the name of the quest. I'll have to see if I can clip the quest. Maybe I can clip the quest and then show you guys. But I just sat there laughing for ages when I watched it.
Hey, how you doing? Be good.
Okay, go and get shredder parts. Was under investigation. Sexual assault told method management, who in turn kept it to themselves. Breach was invited evenings with his family and basically didn't know. Ah, right, okay. Charges were dropped. Came forward. Yeah, well, yeah, I I didn't know it to that extent, and thank you for sort of making it a little bit more clearer for me. But yeah, maybe if they got involved a little bit earlier and done something about it, then maybe it wouldn't have been such a issue. I know I saw an interview with Preach, and Preach basically said, listen, I asked Method Management several times what the deal was with Josh, and I was just told that it was nothing to be concerned about. It had been handled, and it was all good. And I thought, oh, those words themselves just, I can understand as a parent, they just ring alarm bells. So, yeah, I think so. Like, I do know that there's even talk about the fact that Method may even crash because of this. And that's big in itself because Method's been around for at least the last, well, they've been around for ages, but they become world first contenders when it comes down to events for at least the last 2 expansions that I know of. And I mean, they were the first ones to publicize when they were doing world first mythic and stuff like that for raiding, and they made big deals for the WoW community. But so that's right, exactly right. And it's amazing how much this business, like how much streaming is a business in itself, and it needs to be handled as such. And so when it's not, the implications are just mind-blowing. But oh, gotta. Okay, right. So go back in here, and in this, and then come back and kill those guys. Yeah, sexual assault. Soon as it was mentioned, he should have just been stood down until the investigation had been completely handled and yeah.
What up? Keep it real.
Like I said, there's talk of the fact that even the Method Guild itself will go under because of it. So I don't know.
I need to target something first. I require a target.
What are we gonna do here? Gotta keep on killing these guys and then save somebody up here.
I do not have a target.
Yeah, exactly right. Like, as a parent, you sort of... And that is, I think, the crux of what this whole controversy is all about. Like, in the sense that... what if it was my kids that were under these... that were close to this guy? How would I feel?
A sleeping bag may be helpful. Ensure the cot
Hey, mate, how are ya?
toys, blankets, and all clutter. Always place your baby.
Why
on
did
a
ducks have feathers? I don't know. Why did ducks have feathers?
These sleep tips are brought to you by Midwife Cat and Little Ones Nappies. Available at Woolies.
Some guy called Peter managed
Give me a
to
second,
speak
mate. I'll get...
12,000 times in an hour. Really? It's a world record. We looked it up. Well, we think you'd like Spotify Premium. Instead of
I'll have to
skips,
do
you've got
something
premium
about that.
cable
Sorry,
with
matey.
skips, so you can jump between tracks as much as you like. Learn more about Premium when you tap the banner. Go on, do it for Peter.
I require
Let
a
me
target.
let me fix the let me fix Nightbot. Give me a second, mate. Let me fix Nightbot. Where are my... where are... Let me kick Nightbot. Give me a second. Operation. Okay, mate. Yep, no problem whatsoever. See how that goes. There, buddy. I think I've kicked Nightbot, and that way he can stop giving my people a hard time. So, let's have a look here. All right, try and tell the joke again and see how we go. Just make sure you haven't been muted. Give me a second, buddy. And Nightbot's still there. Give me a second. I'm just going to the Nightbot channel. Nightbot. Okay. Let's go and see. Disable caps. Disable symbols. Okay, so that side of things is done. Okay, darling, give me a second. I just got the joke here. All right, let me go ahead and dashboard. Let me make him leave the channel. All right. Archangel, are you able to talk in chat now? Let me see if I can find. How do I reverse a timeout? Give me a second, guys. I've got to help my daughter, and I'll be right back. Just give me a sec. Let me see if I can work this out quickly, guys. Okay, let me see if this works. Okay, Archangel, see if you can say something in chat now, mate. Excellent. Thank you very much for the follow there to Archangel. And I did see the basis of the joke. I saw it in logs there. So, because they show their butt quacks. Very funny.
I need to target something first.
No, I can see you speaking now, matey. Yeah, I can see you speaking now. Yeah, I unblocked you, so everything should be good now. Who's there? I eat map. I eat map. I eat map who? I just got it. Oh, that's mean. That's mean. Oh, that's awesome. So, Archangel, where did you find us? did you see us online, or where did I come up? Yeah, I should. I was telling the others just before. I've got a ensuite just over here,
I do not have a target.
and she likes coming to this toilet to use. So I'm constantly going ahead and fixing up. She's 4 years old, so she does have an accident, and she still needs a little bit of help on the toilet sometimes. But yeah. So okay, good, awesome. I'd just like to know exactly where people have found me. Helps me to understand where you guys, what you like to see when you're looking through and so forth. So I'll leave the joke telling to you, buddy, because I'm not a great joke teller. But no, not a Nightborn. It's a Zandalari troll. It is red and smells like blue paint. Don't know. Red paint. Okay, what else have I got to get? Okay, let's just... Oh, I've got to get 3 more of these guys. Alright. That's sort of like an oh da moment, isn't it? Red paint, of course. So, what's your poison there, Archangel? Do you play WoW, or if you do, I'd take it because you knew what Nightborn were, that you play WoW. What do you play?
Because they do fall out, and when a baby wants to suck, this wakes them up. This can be changed by passive settling with the Slick Consultant.
Lion Sand Horde, okay.
And can help teach the parents and the baby how to get back to sleep.
Anything specifically that you like to play, or like I know probably my favourite class to play is probably Monk, specifically Windwalker Monk. I'm just playing a Hunter at the moment, but yeah. Right now, I have my Demon Hunter. Okay, alright, yep. I've got a Demon Hunter as well, but I've got a lot of classes, but I've been playing since vanilla, on and off, but I've been playing since vanilla, and know a lot about the game, but I still like to use leveling guides, like that's what this is over here, so. Yeah, it always happens. They sort of get a bit nerfed, and then they get OP, and then they get nerfed and OP. But they're still pretty good. like as long as you know rotation, it's not too bad. I can't. I like Windwalker monks because they simply right in your face and they just. Yeah, they're squishy. Yeah, especially brewmasters. I've heard that they sort of really screwed the brewmaster race, but the brewmasters themselves. But Windwalkers aren't too bad, especially if you can get plenty of orbs, sort of like a demon hunter. They've got their orbs, and as long as you can get the orbs, then you're good.
I need to target something first. I do not have a target. I require a target. I need to
Yeah,
target
that's
something
true.
first.
That's very true. But yeah, like brewmaster monks themselves, like before they were at the beginning of the expansion. I know that they were the top-rated tanking class in the game, and now they're just crap.
Require a target.
But anyway.
I do not have a target.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, demon hunters are so OP at the moment, absolutely. As a mate of mine says, they should just call them broken hunters, because they're just broken, something chronic. I say Maccas.
I need to target something first.
If you're talking about
I do not have
McDonald's,
a target.
it's Maccas.
I require a target. I do not have a target.
Yeah, most Aussies, I don't know where you're from, Archangel, but most Aussies will call it Maccas, McDonald's Maccas.
I require a target. I do not have a target. I need to target
Well,
something first.
here in Australia, we tend to think exactly the same thing. We're from the best country in the world, and I'm pretty sure that most countries have that opinion of themselves. But Texas, awesome. Yeah, so I'm obviously I'm an Aussie. I'm from Queensland, which is on the eastern coast of Australia, and Queensland covers a good chunk of the eastern coast, probably a good half of it actually. But so I'm towards the southern end, towards Brisbane, if you know where that is. Few homes in Sydney. Okay, yeah. So Sydney is south of us, New South Wales, and probably one of the most expensive states in all of Australia. So you're doing pretty well if you've got places in Sydney.
Strength.
Okay.
May your blades never dull. Speak, friend.
Wow, awesome. Let me just turn this off for a second. Cruel intentions.
For the Horde.
So are they all rental properties down there for you there, Archangel, or are they or have you got them there for family, or there for recreation when you come over to Australia, or?
Time is money, friend.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Like, I mean, there are some very nice parts of New South Wales. I prefer it on the, I prefer closer towards Newcastle personally. But yeah, I love Sydney as well. I've got friends there. I've got a sister who's living there at the moment, right in the middle of the city. But she's about to move back up to Queensland, which I'm very happy about. With her partner, she sort of started the work in. She started to work in Sydney, and with the coronavirus, her work dried up, and she ended up losing her job. Her partner's in Melbourne, and but they're planning to both move up to Queensland, so that's great. I know my parents are very happy. Our family is very, we're a very close-knit family, so we're always keen to have them close by. The Felgon. Oh yeah, okay. So I've got to keep away from that big bloke over there. Well, they're a decent price. I mean, if they're in Sydney itself, they're Archangel. I know that housing, like to give you an example, that the houses where I live at the moment, for a four bedroom home with decent amenities like aircon, a reasonable sized backyard, and so forth, about 250,000 Australian, 4 bedroom home, where I live. Whereas in Sydney, you'd pay 600,000 for the equivalent. So, wow, 1.3. That's a lot of money.
Acquire a target.
Yeah, and that's true. Like, if you get a good property, then as long as you've got people who take care of them, then they're pretty good. And obviously, if you keep them for vacation and family, then that's not too, like, it's not too unlikely. If you sort of rent them out, and sometimes it depends on who you're renting them out to, doesn't it? Obviously, if you've got good tenants, then it makes it all the much better, but not everyone's lucky, so. Yeah.
I need to target something first.
Oh, no, I didn't think I got the keys. Just didn't like what you saw here in Brisbane, or you thought the quality was better in Sydney, or what was the deal?
Been thinking about coming back to Spotify Premium? Now that's a great idea. With unlimited skips, tap the banner to learn more.
Yeah, it depends on where you're looking too. Like obviously with regards to Sydney, the good thing about Sydney is in between Sydney and Melbourne, they've probably got the biggest public transport in Australia, whereas Brisbane isn't. It is nowhere near. It just nowhere near. You need to have a car if you're in Brisbane, to be realistic. But if you go a bit further out, like say for instance, like the property I'm in at the moment doesn't have a huge amount of land. Like I'm not talking acres or anything like that. But my parents, they bought theirs years ago. Give me a second, guys. I'm just gonna plug a charger in so that my camera on my phone, which I'm using as my webcam, doesn't go flat. There we go. Yeah, so you've got to really go out of Brisbane if you want properties with land. Like I know property out here where I live at the moment. It's probably about an hour out of Sydney, out of Brisbane, hour to an hour and a quarter if you run into traffic. But it's if you want house and land packages, about 450,000, and that's with a 4-bedroom home, acre and a half roughly, and I know my parents made like they purchased for the amount that they purchased it for 20 so years ago. They've more than made up for what they purchased the land for. But it greatly depends on what you're looking for, I suppose, and how far out you want to go. 20% above market value. Yeah.
Yo! Have a good one!
Yeah, it's sort of not my thing. I'm terrible when it comes down to those sort of things. I think he's in here. See, people... Yeah.
A target.
And if you've got the money to do so, then by all means, like that, like, I know if I win the 50 million in the next couple of days,
Require a target.
then the property that I know my wife has got her heart set on a property where she's got a view and she's got all the luxuries. And listen, even out here, we for a like 10 or 15 acre property,
To target something first.
with a house with everything, and I'm talking big shed, pool, good landscaping, easy to maintain. Ten acres, you'd still be looking under like 750,000. Yeah. 300 acres. Wow.
Require a target.
Well, you wouldn't have any problems if if you decide you are having a really bad day and you just need to go out to the backyard and just scream. 300 acres, wow. Yeah, the biggest property I've ever lived on is about 10 acres personally. Yeah, and like the same thing happens here with a lot of our farmers and stuff like that. They go ahead and they got wild pigs, they've got roos, and they will even camels to a certain extent. Some parts of Australia have problems with wild camels, so no, mate, no.
Time
I,
is money, friend.
I'm not worried at all. I'm happy to have you here. So, and I really appreciate you coming into the stream. So, no, I'm not worried by people. I've got cousins and family who grew up on predominantly chook farms here in Australia. And they're on the same sort of acreage as what you're talking about, 300 acres and so forth, and they had to maintain those, and cattle farms and so forth. So yeah, but me personally, I like a small piece of land because there's a reason I play video games. I'm really lazy. And as my wife puts it, it means I don't have a green thumb. So, yeah, and I was much the same. I grew up on games. I grew up on, I think the first computer I ever had was a, it was even before the Commodore 64. It was the VIC-20, if you know what that is. It was the first gaming machine that I ever had. And if you wanted to play a game on it, you had to write the code for it and everything and put it onto a tape drive.
Glad I could help.
So yeah, I grew up playing games and whatever. I wouldn't say I'm an avid gamer, but I remember sitting there playing the Sega Master System, the original one, with a cousin of mine, and just having a bit of fun with that. Ever played Oregon Trail? Yeah. Oh, wait on. I do know this game. This was recently, I've been watching a TV series called Person of Interest. I don't know if you're familiar with it. But one of the main characters in the show, actually, when she was very young, she grew up playing the game in a library, as it turned out, and she would play this game, and you'd have to, if I remember rightly, you had to. It was a text game, and you had to make your way all the way to Oregon. Is that correct? Yeah, okay, there you go. I actually yeah, I like obviously there are games just like that. In fact, the first game I ended up playing when I was a kid was a very similar game. But it was based around a David Bowie movie called The Labyrinth, and it was the first game I ever played on the Commodore 64. It had like it had lines and lines of code. You used to buy books, and you would sit there and you'd type out all the code. And if you got one character wrong, the game wouldn't work. And I remember, yeah, spending hours. I think it took me 2 days, and I was nervous with every single key because I was petrified I was going to make a mistake. So here I am typing out the code and everything, and I think it took me 3 attempts to get it right. And I eventually went ahead and got the game working, and I thought it was great, fantastic. That was the first game I ever played on the VIC-20. Years later, I my parents said, "Oh, you can't play that forever. That takes you too long to make up the games and stuff like that." And so my cousin had just gotten, I mentioned this before, the original Sega Master System. And I thought, yeah, this is cool. This is brilliant. Like Sega Master System, Game Boys, and all those sort of things were just coming out, and I was really excited. And I said, Mum, that's what I want. I either want a Sega Master System or a Game Boy. She bought me an Atari. It was the Atari 2600, I think it was. It wasn't the original Atari. It was a much, yeah, the brick Game Boy. Yeah. And it was just a monochrome screen. But with Mario, I thought that was fantastic. I loved Mario. But that was just me. And together with the Sega Master System, he went ahead and got the Sega Master System 2 soon after it came out. And we ended up sitting there playing Alex the Kid for hours and hours trying to finish that game. And it was that together with Shinobi. That, like, anyway. I'm getting a bit nostalgic here, guys. I'm sorry, everyone else that's come into the channel. I don't know if you're still there. Feel free to get in on the conversation if these are the sort of games you played as well. But yeah, I remember actually getting in big trouble because another cousin of mine on my mother's side, he had a Game Boy and he had Mario, and he was going to lend it to me. My mum, no, you can't do that. And I went, why not? He said it was okay. I mean, I checked it with him. I made sure it was all right. It's his. Why can't I do it? Oh, I was so upset when I couldn't do it.
Will fall.
BWS would like to say something. Somersby cider 6-pack, such as $15, save 5. Say what? And vodka $72, save 13. Say it loud!
What business have you?
I say, get into BWS. Enjoy
The eternal sun guides us.
Playtime begins at Kmart. Keep your little one entertained and turn chores into fun with our toy cordless working vacuum. Only $25.
Yeah, I play on Oceanic servers, that's right. Yeah, you have exactly right. Yep.
Baladash Malinore.
Anaria Shola.
What level is he? He's at the moment he's sitting at 67. So a couple of levels away from being able. I'll take him to the next zone. I'll just level him up to 120. I've got a fire mage that's about the same level, and I'm actually going through all the different zones in Burning Crusade and doing all the content, all the storyline quests and so forth. It's actually been really, really good. So. Okay, got to get feathers from these guys.
I do not have a target. I need to target something first.
Right. Two of 8. So do you make it over to Australia much, Archangel?
I do not have a target. Require a target.
Okay, 7 of 8. Let's go over here and get the rest of them. Here we go. There we go.
That item is still recharging.
Okay, give me a second, guys. I'm just going to go and fill my glass. Wouldn't be much of a drunken gamer if I wasn't having a few drinks. So give me a second. Yeah, I'm not sure if you heard me before, Archangel. My Hunter Zandalari Troll is sitting at 67, so... these guys while I'm going through. Help it this guy just quickly. I know that quest. You don't have enough firepower. It can be a hassle.
I do not have a target. I require a target.
Alright. Yeah, what's going on here? Oh, there we go. There's the sack. Oh, I feel like I'm just fighting boogers. Okay. Don't need to worry about that. Okay, alright, so what we might do is we might leave it there for the night, guys. So, big shout out, thank you very much to those people who joined up tonight, came back to the channel, joined in on chat. It's been a fantastic night, and I really appreciate all the support and all your patience with me while I was having a few of those technical difficulties earlier on tonight. if you want to watch it again while I'm offline, don't hesitate. Head over to my YouTube channel. A link to my YouTube channel is just down below. And so feel free to click on that. Head on over and watch them there. I'll upload these videos tonight. For those of you who are watching me offline on my YouTube channel, please go ahead, hit the like and subscribe button. And by all means, if you're not liking what you're seeing, hit the dislike button as well. But if you can, please go ahead and just leave a small comment as to why you're hitting that dislike button. I'm here to entertain you guys, and that means that I want to know what I'm doing wrong so I can do better. If I don't know, I don't know. Simple as that, guys. And if you want to watch me online while I'm streaming, head over to twitch.tv/drunkengamer. Smash that follow button, and we'll obviously you'll be able to see whenever I'm online. Other than that, guys, once again, thank you for all the support. It's been a great stream, and I really appreciate everyone coming in and saying hello and getting to know everyone. But my wife says she wants to go to bed, and I'm streaming in the bedroom. You can see here, streaming in the bedroom, and at the moment, until I get a better location to do so. So it just means that what the wife wants, the wife wants. Happy wife, happy life. And I want to make sure I please everyone. Thanks, John. And hope you go well with your stream, mate. Archangel. John is in chat, is also a fellow World of Warcraft streamer. So if you can, or you're happy to, head over to his channel as well, and just chuck him a follow. Maybe watch him. And he's a top bloke, and I'm sure you guys will get along well as well. And yeah, so I'll see you guys later. Thank you very much again. Enjoy the night, and until next time, see you on the other side.